The Icelandic Phallological Museum, the only tallywacker museum in the entire world.
Yeah, boy, it's your boy Keith. Okay, I'm not very straight, but if you're wondering what I'm doing is I'm having a look back at Keith Lemon's world tour, very brilliant world tour. This is the episode when I went to Iceland. Iceland was a very interesting place. I was there with Dermot O'Leary. We went on a glacier. It was a great place. It cost £10 for a pint back then. That was back in 2008. This series is one of my favourite things I've ever done. I'd love to do a sequel to it. I don't know where we would go, but yeah, it's good fun. If you've ever been to Iceland, hopefully you'll recognise some of the spots that we filmed. If you've never been, hopefully you'll be inspired by what you've seen, but not inspired by my attire. There with some horrible jacket on and yellow hair. Many years ago, and yeah, let's just put it on.
12-minute spin rolls.
12-minute spin rolls. No, I'm not in Iceland. I speak different now. I think that's because I frequent with different kinds of people nowadays. Anyway, title sequence. This title sequence. Let's go big.
12-minute spin rolls, 89 pence. No, I'm not in Iceland. I'm in Iceland, the country named after the shop, Iceland. That's right, I'm in Iceland! My name's Keith Lemon, Businessman of the Year 93, inventor of the Securipo. I'm about to embark on a very brilliant world tour, touring around the world, whilst my cousin Gary looks after me business. My next door neighbour Roy is filming the whole thing using a video camera and some tapes.
Why's my face scribbled out?
Shut up, Roy, I haven't finished voiceover. What is this programme? It's Keith Lemon's very brilliant world tour. I was now on the final sector of my world tour. Following my shark-shaped flight plan, I'd arrived in Iceland, situated on the shark's triangular back flap. This week I'll be meeting some Vikings, sailing through an iceberg water forest, visiting a tallywacker museum and hooking up with TV's Dermot O'Leary from the X Factor and some other stuff on telly.
What about, Simon? Is it true or is it untrue? Don't know what that means.
Ice, baby. Let me introduce you to my interpreter that I've got here in Iceland. His name is Enrique Iglesias.
Henrik Olafsson.
Well, I'm going to call him Tom Hanks because I think he looks like Tom Hanks. Let's have a picture on screen. Spitting image of Tom Hanks. So, Tom Hanks, tell us some basic information about Iceland.
Okay, Iceland is an island placed in the middle of the Atlantic Ocean, and the capital is Reykjavik. And take a look at this wonderful waterfall that exists here, called Gullfoss.
Goodfellas Waterfall. Okay, here's some more simple trivia for you about Iceland. The Icelandic Postal Service is reliable and efficient, and rates are comparable to those in Leeds and other northern cities. To say hello in Iceland, you say?
Hello!
The architecture in Iceland is buildings. We've come here to the Blue Lagoon, Iceland's social mecca, where the pulling rate here equals to that of the Playboy Mansion. In fact, my best mate Fabio says at the Playboy Mansion, you can pull even if you like computers. I think he's talking about if you're a techno nonce. So come on, Tom, let's see how we get on.
If you want my body and you think I'm sexy, come on, sugar, let me know. If you really need me, just reach out and touch me. Come on, hug and tell me so, babe.
Why, it's relaxing. So, Tom, what's this cack?
This is the Blue Lagoon silicone mud mask. It
Exfoliates and it cleans, leaving the skin soft and revitalised. Apparently, it's been known to be good for rheumatism, backwardness, and cure deaf and dumbness. Tom here used to be in a wheelchair before he started coming here. Isn't that right? Isn't that right? Used to be in a wheelchair, didn't you, Tom? So how many visits did it take before this silica mud started to cure your bones? Just the one. And how did you end up in a wheelchair?
Can't tell you.
Tom Hanks eventually told me how he landed in a wheelchair whilst we were getting a massage off two fat kids. Apparently, a crate of geese fell on his legs whilst he was strolling past a goose factory. Tom Hanks insisted that we walked everywhere. He really was like Tom Hanks from Forrest Gump. Have you seen Sleepless in Seattle?
No?
Have you seen Big? Tom Hanks film.
Big?
Big.
No.
Have you seen You've Got Mail? Tom Hanks film and Meg Ryan.
No?
Bachelor Party, Tom Hanks.
I've seen that.
Distinction Code. You seen that one?
No?
Tom Hanks, Distinction Code.
Okay.
Have you seen That Thing You Do? Tom Hanks film.
No?
Shit. It was apparent that Tom Hanks hadn't seen many Tom Hanks films. And as we approached our next destination, I was about to see something I hadn't seen many of. Today we've come to see a geezer spout off. When I say a geezer, I'm not talking about a man who's shouting in a market trying to sell me, keep it steady, who's trying to sell me a pound of mush and a bag of bananas. No, I'm talking about a geothermal hot spring that bursts up into the air. You what?
I'm gonna run out of tape.
Well, don't say it while I'm doing the thing. We're gonna have to do it again. I'll do it again. It's a geothermal hot spring that bursts. It gushes into the air. Can you not talk when we're doing this? Sorry, Tom. You're a f***ing idiot, man. What's up with you? You're like a pig in a trance. A p***ed up baby could do it better than you. You f***ing made me swear in front of Tom now.
I've had enough, actually, mate.
Have you had enough? Well, good. F***ing go. I could do this myself anyway.
Diva, you are.
Well, you what?
Diva.
Oh, this has been building, hasn't it, since Egypt? Eh? Diva. I'm not a diva at all. You're a p***lick. You are. You're a kid, Roy. You miss it every time. Go on. Off. Go do it. I'm sorry. I'm sorry, Tom. We're going to have to... Do you mind filming it?
Okay.
Right then. We might not have got that, Tom.
Oh.
We're going to have to do it again.
Yeah.
What can I say? Me and Roy have had a blow-off today. It's been on cards for a while. He's saying that I'm ageist. Me? Ageist? I'm the most liberal person I ever met. He says he's down in the internet room now. He's writing a letter to his lawyer. Thing is, I don't even think he knows how to use internet. He's too old. Over and out. I'm not going to say anything that might get me into trouble if that's what sort of zone we're in now, lawyer speak. Ta-da! Where's the thing? It's there. Hello. Well, it looks like things are brightening up. Roy has said sorry. He said he did speak to his lawyer, and his lawyer says that he didn't have a case because he is old, oh so old. And there's a little sort of consoling gift. He's given me his Nuts magazine. So it looks like I'm going to be sleeping with Lucy Pinder and Michelle Marsh tonight. Happy days. If I can get pages open. Good night.
It was a new day, and I'd arranged to meet a man about some fairies. So I travelled on this bus to the other side of the island, opposite adjacent to where I was. Many Icelandicans believe in elves, fairies, goblins, oddboblins, boboskins, trolls, fraggles, doozers, gorgs, leprechauns, and other things. Well, today I've come to see the headmaster of the elf school, Magnus Skarpjason. Magnus, do you have any pictures?
Yes, we have. They're on the computer.
He's got some on the computer. Let's take a look. So what's going on in this picture, Magnus?
This picture was taken last year. This boy was in the cave, and one day when his grandma came for a visit, he showed her his cave, and she took some pictures on her camera.
Were these visible when they were there, or did you only see these when they looked back on their memory stick?
When they were back home, then these beings were visible on the pictures.
See here, legs, arm, like it almost has some sort of shell or something. Here. And how many accounts have you heard here in Iceland of the existence of fairies?
About 700 to 800.
700 to 800 people.
Yes.
How can we detect hawks from a non-hawks auxes?
Well, in fact, you can't. Except you can when you meet witnesses, you really find whether they're telling the
You
truth.
can
or not.
detect whether they're hoaxing.
Yes.
So what defines a troll? Is the troll reminiscent of Bob Hoskins?
I wouldn't say that.
No.
The
Jimmy Cranky from the Crankies?
trolls is more.
They're small in
Yes.
stature, aren't they?
They are. The Scandinavian trolls are small, but in Iceland the trolls are big. They are bigger than humans.
They're giants,
Yes.
like Jeff Capes.
Yes.
I investigated the troll phenomenon even further in an outdoor location relevant.
What about Lord of the Rings?
I think
Is there such thing as a hobbit?
Yes.
There is.
Yes, there are.
Is there any truth in the way these creatures are depicted in Fraggle Rock? The Gorgs, the Fraggles, Gobo, Moki, Red, Nobo, Yobo, and the Doozers. Is there any truth in the way it's depicted in television, how it is in real life, but what you've had stories about?
I think the
You know what I mean?
background. I think the background of all those stories is true. Yes,
Right.
I think so.
Even Uncle Travelling Matt?
I personally think so. Yes.
Well, at this point in time, I'd like to say to Magnus, thanks for educating me, and let's open our arms and stop being so sceptical and racist about the whole thing. Mermaids are just like me and you, but they've got fishy bodies.
After I'd learnt about the Fraggles of Iceland, I met up with Tom Hanks's brother, Ziggy Hanks, who apparently went to school with Shabba Hanks, to do a spot of rubber dinghying through an iceberg water forest.
These icebergs here are in actual fact homes to penguins. That's right, isn't it, Ziggy?
No, that's not right, but I say it for you.
Just say it is,
okay.
so we can talk, because I've got a very strong issue I'd like to
Okay,
address.
yeah, okay.
Many of these icebergs have broken off of glaciers. Yes?
Yes.
And that is because of global warming. How can we combat global warming? Well, I'm going to tell you now, here's some bullet points. We can combat global warming by not using electrical toothbrushes. We can stop using airspray. We can stop wearing leather shoes. Get some plasticons from Primark. We can stop using Game Boys because they give off a vapour that creates acid rain and melts these icebergs, destroying the only inhabitation that penguins can live on. It's killing the homes of thousands, no, millions, gibbozillions of penguins are dying because these icebergs are melting and they've got nowhere to live. So let's just do our bit, yeah, and stop global warming thing. Sorry to harp on about it, but Ziggy, I'm very passionate about penguins. I love those little buggers.
It's yours.
It's my choice, isn't it?
So far, the final sector of my Very Brilliant World Tour here in Iceland has been Mjölkmæðalstride, which is Icelandican for very brilliant. But the next stop was going to be even more very brilliant.
The Icelandic Phallological Museum, the only tallywacker museum in the entire world. So come on, stop being messing about, let's commence.
Inside the museum, Mr. Kipling had over 250 massive penises.
You've not got one minge in here?
No.
Not one, it's just all cocks?
Yeah.
Right, shall we have a tour around then?
Yeah, yeah.
That's an elephant
Yeah.
stick. These are a set of knackers from a 50-year-old. Well, are these people that have passed away?
No.
No.
Both alive.
But he's walking around with no bollocks?
Yeah, exactly.
Right now, on television, you are looking at the biggest tallywhack. That is bigger than mine. Has any blokes donated their penis?
Oh, yeah. The American is talking about having it removed soon. But then he wants
So
to
he's
come.
going to be still alive
Yeah.
with no penis?
Yeah.
What's he going to do? How's he going to wee?
Well, I have no idea. And I don't care. I just wait for the...
You
for
just
the
want
second.
his cock, don't you?
Exactly.
Have you got a really small penis?
Yeah.
You have?
Yeah. Oh,
You have?
Yeah.
I can't see your small penis. Where's your small penis?
Through the magnifying glass.
That's why you have to have the magnifying
Yeah,
glass.
exactly. It's so small, you need a microscope
Yeah.
or an enlarger.
Oh, you're here, are you? Iceland is specifically known for inventing Vikings, as featured in the film Lord of the Rings. Now let's familiarise ourselves with what a Viking is. Basically, they're a race of angry Santa Clauses. Most of them are ginger and have got plaits like fat schoolgirls. In this next bit, I'm going to be talking to some. It's going to be good.
That's what you get if you mess with the Vikings.
Hello, welcome to Saturday Night Viking with me, Keith Lemon. So today I'm talking to Paul Nicholas from Just Good Friends, that sitcom.
Hello.
Neil Morrissey from Men Behaving Badly. And we're going to learn a little bit about Vikings. So, Paul, tell us a bit about Vikings that we might not know about Vikings.
A man is a man, and a word is a word. They didn't lie. All this bullshit about horns and tails and killing children, no.
What about raping and pillaging?
Well, shit happens.
He's not wrong, and later that evening, this happened. But it's not shit, it's Dermot.
Tomorrow, snowmobiling. Dermot O'Leary.
And Keith Lemon.
Businessman of the Year.
93.
Nice one.
Yes.
Good one. We could just some outside. Dermot, you awake?
What?
I think I just heard a puffing outside.
Are you scared?
I'm a bit scared.
Do you want to get in with me?
You don't mind, do you?
No, come on. Better?
Don't mind, do you?
No. Just go.
Can't you hear puffing?
No, I can't hear puffins. Please, Keith, go to sleep. We've got a skidoo to do tomorrow. Get out.
Sorry.
The next morning, we woke up at 6 for a 10.5-mile jog before we partaked in more manly extreme sporting stuff. Let me tell you what we're just about to be doing, if you don't know what we're just about to be doing. We're about to be going snowmobiling to see the Northern Lights. So we've come here to
To Mýrdalsjökull.
To Milky Yogurt?
No, Mýrdalsjökull.
Middafen?
Mýrdalsjökull.
Merensken?
Mýrdalsjökull.
You just say it now, my mate.
Okay.
So we've come here to
Mýrdalsjökull.
Glacier, which is an ice-covered active volcano, which scientists say if it erupted, it would cause such a ruckus and a fracas because of the ricochets, it would be felt over 3.5 miles away, knocking women and tiny children off the feet. Now, let's not pussyfoot around the bush. It'd also knock horses off the hoofs. Isn't that right, Tom? Are you frightened, Dermot?
Now?
Well, don't worry, because I'm used to this kind of thing. I've done it before when I've done work for charity for people with hunchbacks. So without further ado, let's commence.
What?
Well, Dermot, normally Roy would film me cracking on to the guests because normally it's a bang tidy lass.
Yeah.
But that's not going to happen with me and you on account of us being boys and that.
No.
So what I'd like to do is interview you like you do on X Factor.
Yeah.
I'll just get these question cards out. So Dermot, the X Factor winner, do you think that the winner should have been the winner, or do you think the loser should have been the winner?
Well, we haven't started sort of the studio shows.
Pause. We filmed this before the X Factor was on telly. Commence. So what if we jump forward in time and we were just pretending, because when this programme has gone out,
the X Factor's already been done.
No, I appreciate that, but I don't know who's won it, do I?
So do you think the winners that would be the best person to win?
I don't know.
What, you prefer the loser?
I don't know.
All right then. So what do you think of some of the judges' comments? Specifically Lewis, because he was saying about Michelle McManus that she shouldn't have won because it was a sympathy vote because she's also very fat.
Yeah.
Well, what do you think?
I don't know.
What about Simon? Is it true or is it untrue? Don't know what that means. What about Simon?
Is it true or untrue?
So we don't know.
I don't know what it means.
We'll never know. 2 more questions, don't worry, Dermot, we're nearly there. So, you're known for being a bit of a sex symbol, just like I am. But do you know what the opposite of sex is?
Celibacy, I suppose.
No, it's homework. Although some people would differ and say it's bulls. Dermot seemed to be losing interest. I don't know if it was the surreal scenario or was it me? Finally, if I was to ask to borrow from you a burgundy felt tip pen, could you supply on demand?
Yes.
I was trying to draw a picture of myself at home.
Yes, I own a burgundy. You'll be able to do that.
Wearing some burgundy stay press.
I'll be able to do that for you.
You've got a burgundy felt tip?
Yes. That's it. That was the last question.
Well, that wraps it up to the end. Did you enjoy it, Dermot?
Yeah, very much so.
Well, the fun hasn't stopped. We are still going to enjoy the experience of the Northern Lights here on the milky, glassy yogurt glacier, which is a volcano, which is active. It's all dangerous. All we have to do now is wait till it gets dark. They'll do one of those time-lapse things, so it'll be right quick. Shooting star, Make-A-Wish. I won't tell you what it is, but it did involve Melanie Sykes. Oh, look, there's Milky Gay. But no sign at Northern Lights. I'm sorry, Dermot. Bit disappointing, isn't it?
It is a little bit. Well, why don't you extrapolate on this moment and turn it into a montage for the rest of the series?
I will, Dermot. I'll extrapolate on this moment and turn it into a montage series. Extrapolate, that's a good word.
I see. Boys?
What is it, Roy?
Nothing, mate. It's all right.
See ya. Or subscribe and whatever. I don't know what you say.